What's up, my dudes? So, in update 1.06 of Generation Zero, they decided to start introducing a new thing called set pieces that, in my opinion, are the best thing that they've included to this game so far. So, I thought it would be kind of fun to make a little video on my top three favorite set pieces here that they've included on the first island. And I think in the future, when they update various areas of the game, I'm going to do videos designed like this, where I will go over the area and find just a couple unique locations that I find very interesting and, a good creative decision by the team here. And as well, if you guys have any favorite set pieces, go down to the comments, please, and let me know some of them, because I would love to be able to do a commenters edition of these types of videos in the future, just to get you guys included a little bit more in my content. So we're going to be starting off our list here with a pretty interesting little set piece here. So, in Generation Zero, you can usually find these crashed jets, and when you find these crashed jets, they're usually completely destroyed, and you can't find like a body of a pilot or the remnants of any sort of pilot. The interesting thing about this set piece is that if you happen to follow the blood trail that leads down away from the jet, just down the cliff over here, you can actually find the pilot down there. So when you get down to the base of the cliff here, you'll find the dead body of the pilot. You also might encounter a hunter in this area, depending on if the hunter will spawn for you. So you have to kind of keep on your toes a little bit when you encounter these set pieces for enemies potentially in the area. But when you do find the body of this pilot here, it'll be one of the earliest locations that you can pick up a Magnus. Now, I do believe that this Magnus is only, it's only dilapidated. But with it being the earliest location that you can get a Magnus from, it would be incredibly useful for new playthroughs to actually come over to this location. So I'll give you guys the coordinates here really quickly. So you can find this guy just at the kind of edge of this trail right here when you come past the castle. And you can get to the castle just by kind of following pretty much any of the roads leading out this way. Oh, hey, look at what I found. In my travels. This guy's just going. I don't even know where he came from. I wonder if he's just been going this whole time. Because we found him ages ago. That's pretty weird. Alright, so next up for our number 2 location, it's just right here, just in between Stenhaga and the forest workers barracks there. And you'll be able to find this little military tent setup. So let's just get running on up in here. I believe I do have grenades. So, when you get up to this little military tent here, you're going to find a couple ticks inside of the tent, and it's my advice to deal with the ticks from outside of the tent as much as you can. It seems like this guy spawned outside, though. What the heck? Okay. Usually they spawn inside of the tent, but it seems like that guy got misplaced a little bit. Man, my whole plan got messed up. I was aiming to throw a grenade in there and just blow them all up at the same time. But I guess we'll do it this way. There should be one more dude in there. There he is. Whoa. Surprise! There was an extra one. Alright. Okay. Oh, and it seems like there might be another guy. Wow, so the tick spawning for these locations actually seems like it does randomize a little bit in between encounters. So that's kind of cool. Oh, he's over here. Alright. Oh. I was like just off with my timing there. Alright, so now we can finally talk about this location, now that I've dealt with all of those irritating little ticks. So this location is really, really cool. It's really cool for a couple reasons, but the main reason that comes to mind for me is the potential of this being a location that could, in the future, be elaborated on. So maybe in the future they could have locations like this set up as like a little military tent encampment kind of thing that you'd be able to defend from like a couple waves of enemies or something like that. Maybe they could position like a radio in this location that you would have to keep active for a certain amount of time. And during that time, waves and droves of enemies would get attracted to the area for you to actually defend it. Because this would be a really interesting spot to have a firefight with all of the cover that you've been given and all of the little like obstacles that you can utilize. Of course, that's just one man's wishful thinkings for the future updates here. But now let's move on to the number one location. So for the number one location, it's a little tough to find, so I'll just kind of show you guys how I get to it. You just come around to the other side of Ibaholmen Castle here, and you can just kind of start going down the cliffside here. You gotta be a little bit careful because you can take some fall damage that's pretty intense in this area. But you just kind of follow along with the grass, because that'll show you where your character will actually be able to walk. You just gotta be a little careful with it. You can kind of make your way down the mountain. Let's see. Next bit of grass is just over here. And we kind of missed that last bit of grass, but that's fine. And so then you can just kind of follow along this pathway over here. And there's this massive mouth of a cave here. Inside the cave, you're actually able to find some enemies and stuff. Now let's see. Where are these guys at? There's one. There we go. There might be a couple more. I'm not too sure. It might take them a second to spawn in here. But as we saw with the last location, it seems like enemy spawns are a little random. So the first time I came through this cave, there was like probably 8 ticks in the cave. And so it was a little bit more difficult to deal with. But this cave is really cool, mostly just because it's a cave that you get to fight in, and I really like that idea. I think it would be super cool in the future to potentially see a really big cave system with lots of enemies in it. Maybe have the cave system lead up to some like really deep subterranean bunker or something like that. Again, just wishful thinking for the future, but yeah, again, just a really interesting set location due to the fact that it's kind of like some unique interior combat in comparison to just fighting inside of the military installations that you find in the game. So there you guys go. There are my 3 favorite set pieces that they've introduced now as of update 1.06. So again, if any of you guys have some favorite set pieces, let me know down in the comments. Maybe post up some coordinates or just a general idea of the location so that I could have a bit of an easier time finding it. And then I'll be able to do like a little commenters edition of this video. But thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.